Welcome back everyone. In this video we will talk about horizontal spreads or calendar spreads. Calendar spreads can be billed on debit or credit, depending on whether the premium we pay is greater or less than the premium we receive. They are named calendar because they are built by buying and selling options using different maturities, but on the same strike. We therefore move horizontally, in time, between the expiration dates. Let's look at the profile of a calendar spread. The calendar spread is a strategy that consists in the purchase of an option with a longer expiration date and in the sale of an option with a shorter expiration date. In this case, we buy a 160-day call and we sell a 40-day call. This strategy is built using options of the same type, all calls or all puts, at the same strike. The risk profile is the same either if you use call options or put options. Let's focus on the payoff. As we have two expiration dates, the at-now curve represents the here and now of our position, and the dark line is only an estimate of how the risk of the position will be at the first expiration date, 40 days. In fact, it is not possible to know precisely what the price of the 1000 call long will be, because nobody knows the volatility at that moment. From the 41st day, the dark line will turn into a profile of a simple long call, with 120 days of life remaining. This strategy benefits from the greater time decay of the option we have sold at the closest expiration date, while the option later in time should retain its value. All other conditions being equal in 40 days, the price of the option we have sold will be zero. The price of the long call will theoretically be $70. This is due to the time decay that is higher as time passes and as the position comes closer to expiration. So, we will have earned $30. And we will be able to sell a new call strike 1000 with a maturity of 40 days at a price of $40 and repeat the strategy over and over again. We trust that the time decay will tend to affect more the price of the closer option and affect less the price of the farther option. However, this strategy can be built for another reason. We can build a calendar spread when we want to benefit from a temporary mismatch between the volatility curve on the closer expiration and the volatility on the farther expiration. In some situations, elections, illness, and so on, the market can overprice the expectation of a short-term movement. This causes volatility to spike in the short term. And, sometimes, this expectation does not undermine long-term volatility, which, at most, will suffer a slight increase. The trader can take advantage of this situation on the assumption that everything will go back to normality and the two volatility curves return to settle down and pair. After a huge movement, the short-term option maybe can be sold for $50 instead of $40, and we will buy the distant option at the same price as before. With calendar spreads we can, therefore, trade volatility without taking any directional risk, simply by selling this differences in volatility between the two expiration dates. We can take advantage of one of the properties of volatility. The mean reverting property, that is the tendency to return close to its historical average. The position can also be built in reverse. We buy the short-term expiration date and we sell the long-term expiration date. We can build this if we want to write a strong directional movement or an explosion of short-term volatility with consequent misalignment of prices between the two maturities. Thank you for watching, see you in the next videos.